Morning guys, it's Dan from Stuart's Lawns and Exterior Cleaning. I hope you're all well and not too hungover if you did go out and watch the England game last night. Can't believe we're in the semi-final. Is it coming home? I'm not sure, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I think we're all a bit excited, aren't we? So let's hope they can do it for us, guys. But on this video, I want to talk about whether you should work in the heat. It's been really hot in the UK and I've had a lot of people say to me, I don't know how you do it, you should take days off, you're going to do yourself no good, all these kind of things, and they're all probably true to a degree. So I'm going to talk about that, and I also want to talk about if you are a garden maintenance company and you're largely say 90% or even like 100% lawn mowing and you don't do anything else, how are you navigating this and how to navigate this drought, because it can be a big challenge. You're going to turn up to lawns that you usually cut and they're going to be completely dead, they're browned off, there's no growth, and you just can't do it. And if you do it, some customers will have lawns that have grown a little bit, but largely they're going to be quite dead. So how can you navigate that? I've seen people say move to a 3 weekly rota or a 4 weekly instead. But for me, the best way is just having a more rounded offering for that customer. So 9 times out of 10, if they've got a lawn, they're going to have borders, they're going to have shrubs, hedges, plants, all different things they need to have looked after. And you can offer those instead. So instead of the lawn mowing on that visit, so rather than going in there and cutting the grass that doesn't need cutting, you can say on this visit, I'll spend the same time at the property that I usually would, but I'll do a bit of weeding in the borders, or I'll help you plant some plants that you have, or put some bark down, or cut a few shrubs, or do the hedge, or whatever it might be. Because guys, this drought won't last. It will rain again, the grass will be growing quickly again, and we will be able to go out there and mow to our heart's content all day long. But just during this drought, start offering different services to the customer in the garden that you wouldn't usually do. If you've already got a rounded garden maintenance company where you offer a more of a wider package, then you'll be absolutely fine. But that is what my biggest piece of advice would be in managing the drought, rather than moving to a 3 weekly or a 4 weekly and throwing your diary and organisation out the window just for potentially another 2 or 3 weeks of the drought. The other thing I want to come on to is, should you work in the heat, and how have I handled it, and has it been hard? So yes, it's been hard. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't more challenging and physically taxing working in this kind of weather. It goes without saying, but the biggest thing that's helped me is just staying hydrated. So I used to go out with just like a protein shaker of water, and I'd make it last my whole day. And I'd be wondering, well, why do I feel so tired, and I feel like I'm going to pass out on the jobs, and I'm dizzy and this and that. It's all down to hydration, guys. You've got to keep yourselves hydrated. A real big help for me has been those little fizz tablets, the electrolyte tablets. Drop it in your water, take 3 or 4 bottles out of you in a day, take more than you need, have them in the van in a cool bag, and then just keep yourself topped up. That's the biggest piece of advice. Should you take days off when it's really hot? It's completely up to you, obviously. For me, in this industry, when the sun's shining, I want to be outside. If it's really hot, I'll manage it. If I have to sit in the van for a bit longer with the aircon on and have multiple breaks, I'll do that. If I have to wear long sleeves, hat, neck cover, trousers, I'll do it. Yes, it's not ideal to do that because you'll be overheating, but just keep yourself hydrated. In this industry, when it's pouring of rain, people will say, how can you work in that? You should take a day off. When it's hot, people will say, how can you do that? You should take a day off. So it's best to just get out there and work if you can, and just look after yourself. That's all I can say. At the end of the day, it's just the summer, so we can work through it, but take the right precautions to get through it. Don't just try and be a hero and kill yourself because you won't be able to carry on the following day. You'll be too tired, and you might even make yourself really ill. So do look after yourselves. So yeah, those 2 points, guys, I just wanted to get through on this video really is offer diverse services to your customer in the garden maintenance world. If you're doing exterior cleaning, you should be absolutely fine. I'm still doing lots of pressure washing jobs and things like that. It's mainly the lawns that will really struggle in this kind of weather, and customers aren't going to want to pay for it if it hasn't grown at all, and you're not offering much value to the customer in that instance. So yeah guys, I hope that's helped. I'm going to be making a lot more content on this page talking about business and, you know, showing you my processes and all that kind of stuff. So if you could drop me a like and a follow and subscribe, that would be amazing. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one.